Hey class, it's Paul. The final discussion presentation that we're going to go over is the public-private partnership and working towards the resilience of a grouping between public and private. Uh, Words are being difficult. Uh, the resilience between public and private partnerships. Basically, what we're trying to do is how partnerships in emergencies happen and why they're so effective and how to make them effective. It's very important. Industry and non-government entities have their strengths versus government entities having their strengths. And if you do a really good job bringing those strengths together, you can really recover. Resilience basically at the end, it outlines your ability to recover quickly. If something happens, how are you able to recover? That's the primary aim. Um, you have various stakeholders between government agencies and private agencies. The benefits is you have leverage of shared resources, expertise, enabling more efficient components. So the public firefighting group by the government takes in and puts out the fire. The industry comes in and rebuilds the house. You know, the firefighters might not be as good as rebuilding the house as industry is. And then you have good, effective communication and coordination between public and private sectors is crucial for successful partnerships and the ability to overcome different challenges. Roles, you have government provides legal authority and coordination, private supplies resources and expertise, you have collaboration, which allows gaps to be filled, and coordination allows efforts to be, aligns the efforts within the, the management of the crisis. Complementing authorities and resources, government partners ensure that the public safety through authority over emergency management, evacuation orders, law enforcement, disaster declarations, etc. Infrastructure, private sector partners manage critical infrastructure like utilities, transportation, offering vital resources and operational expertise during crises. So it's a good win-win team. If you can get both teams to communicate effectively and coordinate, you can have robust resilience within different types of emergencies. Having clearly defined roles, it's a reoccurring theme in anything in business, whether it's crisis management or any other aspects, is you have clear defined roles, agreements, liaisons, so that you're able to effectively act when something goes wrong and build up the resilience. You have shared planning, joint training. So one of the big things is if you plan together, you understand what everybody's capability is, what their gaps are, and how you can fill them. And then if you do joint training, it just makes it effective. You're able to understand and have that body of knowledge to be effective in getting things done. Information sharing, so timely movement of information is key. You know, if you know what's going on, you could be more effective in dealing with different situations, whether it be tornadoes, thunderstorms, blizzards, etc. Then you have coordinated recovery. So once it happens, the government does its thing, and then the industry does its thing, and we're back to normal. You know, after a short period of time. Ideally, that's what you're looking for. If you can do it in a very quick manner, you'll be good to go. Effective partners in action creates a practical application of resilience strategies and emergency response and recovery during efforts during crises. So if something goes wrong, there's collaboration, there isn't finger pointing, and it's all about creating effective outcomes for both the community, but the economy and the different stakeholders at large. Key takeaways: partnerships are essential. Resilience builds trust and coordination. Authority combines public and private strengths, and then communication creates successful collaboration. So those are the keys. If we have all those components, then we'll be very successful through and through. Thanks, guys. Look forward to your comments, and enjoyed making these presentations week over week. They were actually quite fun.